Hi everyone, it's Gary here with your Blue Nose Bulletin for Wednesday, the 28th of August 2024, here on the Fourth Officials YouTube channel. Very warm welcome to today's video and all the latest transfer news with only 2 days to go before the transfer window closes on Friday night. Now, yesterday, we brought you news regarding the Brighton winger, Jeremy Sarmiento, being of interest to Rangers. Now, Sarmiento played last night for Brighton in the League Cup, scored as part of a 4-0 victory for Brighton yesterday. It's my understanding that Rangers are still interested in Sarmiento, along with several other clubs. Certainly nowhere near deal done on that one. Sarmiento would be an excellent signing for my reckoning. Similar to possibly Abdelasina in terms of quality from last season, a player with a vast deal of experience, played very well for Ipswich in their championship winning season last year, and there's certainly interest in him from both Premiership clubs and also other teams in the championship. But I believe that there may well be a deal to be done on that one, and a lot will depend on what happens with regards to another transfer target we spoke about yesterday, and that was the Egyptian youngster Ibrahim Adel, who plays for Pyramids FC. Now, we spoke yesterday about Pyramids FC wanting a fee in the region of around about €5 million for Adel, who was a big hit at the recent Paris Olympics tournament for Egypt. Now, not just Rangers accredited with an interest in Adel, but also his representatives have been meeting with Getafe and a couple of English clubs at Leicester and Ipswich Town. Now, one thing that may well help Rangers' pursuit of Adel is that today Ipswich confirmed an £8 million deal for the Luton winger Edozie. So that might help if a similar player playing in a similar position has been brought in. But as we get closer to Friday's deadline, I'm sure we'll get more and more names thrown out as we get closer to the window closing. Now, we mentioned yesterday that Philippe Clement was talking at the weekend about there being more incomings than outgoings. One outgoing that has been confirmed, of course, was Ben Davies to Birmingham City. And it looks like another Rangers player will be joining him down at St Andrews. And that, of course, is Scott Wright. Now, we spoke earlier on this window with regards to interest from Sheffield Wednesday for the Rangers winger. But it looks very much as if the Birmingham in League One have won the race for him, and they've been quite busy over the course of the last 24 hours because they've also sealed a deal for Scotland striker Lyndon Dykes and a deal worth around about £1.5 million. Now, I believe the fee for Scott Wright, who is in the final year of his contract in Rangers, is in the region of around about £500,000 to £750,000, which I think for a squad player, someone that hasn't quite nailed down a regular place in the team, is not bad business, given that he could leave for free next year. What that does, however, though, is leave Rangers a little bit short when it comes to homegrown players. And I just wonder whether or not they will rekindle an interest in the Motherwell midfielder Lennon Miller, who was someone that we spoke about earlier on in the window back in July, as someone that Rangers certainly had an interest in at that stage. He's had an excellent start to the season at Motherwell, and I just wonder if that's maybe something that will get reignited. Certainly Rangers looking to do a bit of business in midfield as well, although certainly all expectation is that maybe someone with a little bit more experience maybe will come in there, and with the likes of Lennon Miller and Ibrahim Adel, they're certainly younger players that may well fit the kind of player trading model, kind of view towards kind of developing them and growing them in the future. One other player that we brought news on Fourth Official's Patreon channel earlier on today in an article that was put up is regarding the Hoffenheim defender Stanley N'Soki. Now, it's believed that Rangers are looking at a loan deal for the left-sided central defender from Hoffenheim. Now, 25 years old is Stanley N'Soki, can play centre-back, and obviously with Ben Davies having left, that is a position that Rangers definitely need to recruit in. Obviously links over the weekend with the Almeria defender KK haven't gone back with any further details on that one. Looked quite an expensive deal for that one. So maybe a short-term deal for N'Soki may well be the matter of the day for him. Another player that could also play left back, and I think given the injury worries to Ridvan Yilmaz this time, and the fact that Getafe can play as a winger as well, may well be part of the thinking behind Stanley N'Soki. Looks like a loan deal rather than an actual permanent one. Hoffenheim, I think, would be looking for quite a significant fee to let him out permanently. But that's one to watch, I think, over the course of the next kind of 24 hours or so. And as is the ongoing saga of Ianis Hagi. Now, anyone that was on social media last night will have seen the statement that was put out on Ianis Hagi's social media channels regarding him looking to clarify the situation regarding his Rangers future, stating that he has never actually formally requested a transfer from Rangers, and there's a willingness from him, there's willingness at all sides of the table to get together and try and find a solution to the ongoing impasse regarding Ianis Hagi's Rangers future. Now, a lot of posturing, I think, there with just a couple of days to go. I think there's a bit of frustration from the player's side that his representatives haven't been able to secure a deal for him out of the club, and it's obviously well noted regarding the contract situation and why Rangers aren't considering him at the moment due to the additional fee that would have to be paid not only to his former club Genk, but also the uplift in contract. And for a player that hasn't played a great deal of football for Rangers over the course of the last couple of years since his injury, that doesn't appear to be a thing that the club want to do. Whether or not they all get round the table over the next coming days, we'll watch with interest. But yeah, interesting one with Ianis Hagi. Very different, I think, than the situation regarding Todd Cantwell. And we spoke yesterday about the Blackburn Rovers' interest in Todd Cantwell. And I believe that the Cantwell camp were down at Blackburn today to try and secure some form of deal for the Rangers midfielder, who very much is persona non grata at Ibrox and is expected to be out the door come Friday. No confirmation yet of a deal having been done, but by all accounts, those talks were positive. And I think over the course of the next 24 hours or so, we should see some movement with regards to the Todd Cantwell situation. As always, here on the Fourth Official, we'll keep you up to date with incomings and outgoings over the next 2 days till the window shuts. A big thank you to you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.